Imagine how it would feel if you saw a UFO appearing outside the window while on a plane? For science fiction enthusiasts, this might be the realization of a dream come true. However, for skeptics, it could simply be a visual illusion or a technical glitch. Below, we have selected 4 incredible scenes outside the airplane window. Light spots outside the airplane window. On April 11, 2019, according to the British newspaper The Daily Mirror, passenger Lucas Kim was flying from Seoul, South Korea, to Thailand when he suddenly noticed something flying outside the window. At first, Kim thought it might be another aircraft, but he believed it would be unlikely for another plane to fly so close. He quickly took out his phone and captured the scene. From my perspective, this cannot be a human aircraft. Aircraft seen from high altitude wouldn't exhibit such a multitude of luminous bodies. We can compare it with other planes captured by fellow internet users through airplane windows. They appear as mere distant white dots. Back to Mr. Kim's video. Upon closer inspection, Kim realized it was not an aircraft at all. The mysterious unidentified flying object was composed of 6 bright points, emitting a faint yellowish-green light, and eventually disappeared into the sky. Upon zooming in, it was evident that several points were flying in formation, something that no aircraft could achieve. After a while, these points split into 2 groups and vanished from sight. In Mr. Kim's video, the unidentified flying object initially appeared as a distant white dot outside the wing of his Jeju Air flight. Mr. Kim told the media that this was the only time he had witnessed such a phenomenon. However, some people believe that these points were just reflections of light from the aircraft's wings and not actual unidentified flying objects. Still, Mr. Kim firmly believes he encountered a genuine UFO. For Mr. Kim, UFO does not necessarily mean it's 100% extraterrestrial. It simply represents an unidentified flying object that we cannot explain. It could also be something like a spy plane or similar objects. UFO formation, mysterious lights in the sky. On December 8, 2020, a passenger named Lorenzo Sampdoria from Germany, while aboard an airplane at an altitude of 30,000 feet over New Mexico, USA, unexpectedly spotted an unidentified flying object that flew alongside the aircraft for a duration of 7 minutes. During the flight, this unidentified flying object also underwent changes in its shape, prompting him to quickly capture the scene with his smartphone. After the video was exposed online, it garnered significant attention and discussion among netizens, with some even speculating that it could be a life form residing within the atmosphere. The unidentified flying object consisted of 4 to 5 points of light. Within the 7-minute flight, its altitude varied, and it frequently altered its shape. Sometimes, the lights formed a linear pattern, while at other times, they converged to create a Y-shaped formation. The object maintained a consistent distance from the airplane, continuing to follow the same flight path. Astonished by the sight, Lorenzo Sampdoria quickly grabbed his smartphone and captured the footage of this mystery ship, which he then uploaded online. Some internet users reposted the video and commented that while some might consider the unidentified flying object a UFO, I am more inclined to believe it's a life form or a plasma-based entity residing within the atmosphere. The video was also shared within the UFO Reddit enthusiast group, where some speculated, this seems to transcend the boundaries of dimensions. The unidentified flying object in the video might be interacting with our 3D space, allowing us to see it. However, others thought that it was merely a small smudge adhered to the airplane window, not a UFO. Drilling UFO Encounter in Colombia. On May 12, 2022, a pilot named Jorge Arteaga captured footage of an unidentified flying object while flying over the Antioquia region of Colombia and approaching San Jeronimo. He was piloting a Cessna T-303 Crusader aircraft and noticed the mysterious object as he neared Medellin. Let's take a look at the footage captured by Jorge Arteaga. In the video, the pilot of a small private plane uses a camera to record an object in the distant clouds. As the video plays, we can see a black dot-like entity rapidly appear in the field of view, swiftly surpassing the plane in an instant. Jorge Arteaga stated, "The video is genuine, recorded by me at 1300 hours local time." Initially, the object remained stationary, hovering at a specific point between Medellin and Santa Fe. It passed by my aircraft, with my co-pilot also present. As the unidentified flying object approached their aircraft, Arteaga sensed its presence and heard its sound, realizing it was not an ordinary event. He decided to maneuver his aircraft, capturing the video successfully. He described, "I filmed the object while making a turn. As the object slightly moved, I began chasing it with the aircraft. As I got closer, the object started moving towards us. The object rapidly approached them, convincing Arteaga that it couldn't be a drone or a balloon. If the video playback speed is slowed down, you can even observe that this object has a metallic surface, bearing similarities to the traditional description of a flying saucer UFO. His aircraft speed at the time was around 150 knots, approximately 300 kilometers per hour. While evading the object during the turn, the aircraft's wake either pushed it or caused it to change its course. Arteaga informed UFO experts that was at an altitude of 12,500 feet, with a temperature around 5 degrees Celsius. Honestly, a solar balloon wouldn't reach that height. Despite the footage reportedly being captured over a year ago, it was only recently released. After experts' verification, the video began to be shared. Spanish UFO experts conveyed, the international WAP phenomenon community universally acknowledges the authenticity of this extraordinary sighting event. Various experts' analyses lead us to conclude that this unidentified flying object has a non-human origin. Unveiling the mystery of Kerry Forides UFO. Many people have likely seen the video from March 21, 2018, where a passenger named Kerry Forides, hailing from Greece, captured footage of an unidentified flying object while flying over the Aegean Sea. This disc-shaped object first protruded from the cloud layer, swayed from side to side, then floated horizontally out of the clouds before disappearing from view. Upon seeing this object, Forides' wife exclaimed in astonishment, "What is that?" Many internet users, upon viewing this video, couldn't help but doubt its authenticity. However, through the use of advanced graphics software available today, a deeper analysis of the video has revealed even more astonishing facts. To further ascertain the authenticity of Kerry Forides' UFO video, here is an analysis of the footage. Some UFO enthusiasts captured screenshots from the original video and brought a frame into Photoshop for analysis. Regardless of what this object might be, its smooth change of direction was captured seamlessly, without wasting any frames. Unlike other UFOs, this object seemed to emit black smoke. So far, the only explanation that analysts could find is that perhaps this UFO was damaged, and the video documented its attempt to escape. While this might sound somewhat far-fetched, some internet users have suggested researching the possibility of UFOs being shot down. Interestingly, it is likely that the videographer, Kerry Forides, used a smartphone for filming. His YouTube page didn't seem to indicate a particular interest in UFOs, and there was no evidence to suggest that he might have created elaborate CGI effects. Internet users continued to employ various tools in Photoshop for further analysis and discovered that towards the end of the video, the object turned away from the plane, gradually disappearing on the horizon. Even in the final frames before the video's conclusion, a faint disc-shaped object was still visible. The author pointed out this object with a red arrow. Different interpretations were offered regarding this object, with the suggestion that it rapidly distanced itself from the plane, becoming smaller and smaller. These analyses paradoxically added more mysterious elements to the Kerry Forides UFO video that had initially faced skepticism about its authenticity. Exploring these 4 UFO mysteries reveals a realm of wonder and intrigue. As the curtain falls, our thirst for truth and fascination with the unexplained propel us to venture deeper into the enigmatic cosmos. In the future, we will continue to bring you more unknown events. If you're intrigued by these topics, please subscribe and stay tuned for more. See you next time.